Hi! Today we are doing another video where we discuss recent makeup releases. If you're new here, I'm basically going to sit here, talk about stuff that's been coming out and whether or not I'm interested in them. Not necessarily realistically interested in purchasing right now, but maybe going on a wish list for the future. This series of videos is heavily inspired by Samantha March, who basically created this concept of video, I think. She was the first one to ever do it. Now it's a thing that a lot of people do, and she actually has a community playlist where a lot of other creators post their kind of versions of this video concept. A bunch of people have series like this running now. So I will link Sam's YouTube channel and that playlist down below, as well as videos like this from other creators that I love watching do these kind of videos, because I think they're very fun. Part of the fun of this is getting to kind of hear everyone's different opinions about what's coming out. So just so you know, for stuff that I don't like, I may be speaking hyperbolically. I'm not saying anything I don't mean, but I am being hyperbolic, and it's not meant as a personal attack on anybody. So if I'm sitting up here absolutely just trashing on a release that you're really excited about or from a brand you really love, please don't take it to heart. We're just kind of having fun here. It's okay for everyone to have different opinions about makeup because it's not that deep. It's just makeup. It wipes right off. So with all that in mind, let's get right into this. I'm going to be looking mostly at the Trend Mood page and the Indie Makeup Spotlight page, which is run by Amy Loves Makeup. I'm going to link her channel down below, as well as both of those Instagram pages for you to check out if you would like to stay up to date on recent makeup releases. Also, if you're curious about how I did this makeup look, all the products that I used will be listed down below, and I actually did a reel where I put this together over on my Instagram page. If you don't follow my Instagram, that will also be linked down below. Feel free to check it out if you want to. Before we get into the conversation, maybe give this video a thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't already. It's not mandatory, but highly appreciated. And let's just get right into this now. Let's start off with one of the more pertinent things that happened this month. I'm a little late to talking about this here, obviously, because I only do these videos like maybe once I'm gonna try to do them once a month, but so yeah, I'm a little late to talking about this, but I did post quite a bit about this when it was first happening on my Instagram story, so let's just recap. So, first, we have to talk about Colourpop, because I alluded in my holiday haul video that we were gonna have a talk about Colourpop next time I sat down to do one of these videos. I was going to be ready to sit up here and say that we're just not gonna talk about Colourpop for a while here on this channel until they have an attitude adjustment, because I was just really, really disappointed with the way that they've been behaving for a while now. And now they've gone and pulled a bit of a reverse Uno on me. It doesn't mean that what I'm about to talk about is like their fix-it ticket. We're still keeping an eye on Colourpop, but I think it's worth talking about. So basically for this first collection that we're going to talk about, there is context. So back in 2020, NeonMUA, who I also mentioned in my last holiday haul because I picked up the face palette from him in Midas Cosmetics in that haul. It's on my face today. I'm very happy with it. NeonMUA and Killer King, who is also the founder of Drench Cosmetics, which is another real sweet little indie brand. I'm gonna link both their stuff down below so you can find them and follow them everywhere. They created the Colourpop Me Black hashtag as a way to highlight Black creators on Instagram because Colourpop has really not been incredible about having a very diverse feed. Not only that, not only are they not very good at showcasing Black talent on their page, they also have consistently over the last few years pretty much excluded deeper skin tones from their complexion ranges. Not foundations, I think their foundation ranges are pretty good, actually. But, like blushes, bronzers, like according to Colourpop, Black people don't wear those, apparently. Amanda actually did a really good in-depth video about this. I will link that video down below. I've linked it in my description box before, but I'm gonna link it again today because she's gonna explain it a lot better than I ever can. Between that and the consistently, like on a weekly basis, coming out with super ashy collections, just kind of had us all going like... So basically, the Colourpop Me Black hashtag was created by Neon and Killer King to bring attention to this and basically call Colourpop out on their shit, and also to help smaller black creators get recognition that they weren't getting otherwise. So this went on for a few months, and basically at the very beginning of February, Colourpop finally addressed it. They went on their stories and actually announced that the Colourpop Me Black hashtag was going to be their official hashtag to find black creators to share more on their feed. Part of this was actually that Colourpop teamed up with NeonMUA and Killer King to pick 2 creators who used the hashtag in the month of February to get added to the PR list. And also we're assuming they're going to kind of continually use this hashtag as a resource to find more black talent on Instagram and showcase that more. There was a whole Instagram live that they did where they talked more in detail about it. I think it's actually still up on Colourpop's page if you want to check it out and get more information on that. I have noticed that since Colourpop finally addressed that they were going to pay attention to the Colourpop Me Black hashtag, a lot more white and non-black makeup artists have been using that hashtag and basically trying to infiltrate it, which is not fucking cool. I actually talked about that on my Instagram story too. If you're not a black creator, do not use that hashtag. Okay? Okay. Anyway, that brings us to this next thing. So that was the beginning of the month for Colourpop. And they're saying that their efforts at being more diverse are not going to stop there, and this next collection, I guess, is basically their extension of that. And here's the thing about this too, and this is why I think a lot of people are skeptical that this is just kind of like a marketing thing, just kind of them trying to get people to not be mad at them anymore kind of thing, is that you waited until February to address it. You had to wait until Black History Month to start paying attention to black people. It's just interesting. Anyway, let me scoot over, because we're gonna have to put pictures here. Okay, okay. So with all that set up now, I hope that I explained everything as well as possible. Let's get into the Make It Black initiative. Okay, so the Make It Black challenge is actually an extension of the Pull Up for Change initiative, which was founded by Sharon Chuter, who is also the founder, the business owner of Lunar Beauty. So in the month of February, I think it was, yeah, February 5th, like a couple days after Colourpop kind of addressed their stuff, a couple days later, Pull Up for Change announced this collection and the Make It Black initiative that they're doing. Let me just read you the caption from their page. We partnered with leading brands to transform their most iconic products black. 100% of the proceeds will support black founders through the newly established Pull Up for Change Impact Fund. Less than 1% of available capital goes to black businesses. We are raising $5 million to support black business. We need to build more black businesses and advance the economic well-being of our community. Now, when this first launched, this was available exclusively at Ulta Beauty, but now I think some of the brands are offering this initiative through their sites directly. So yeah, you can also, if you don't want to buy makeup right now, but you still want to give to the cause, you can donate directly on the Make It Black site, which I will link down below. Now, there are a number of brands that joined up on this initiative, but basically because of all the conversation that's been surrounding Colourpop lately, a lot of the attention has been on Colourpop's contributions to this. And while every other brand only included one product in this kind of initiative, Colourpop came out with a whole fucking collection, okay? Because they're Colourpop. Now, I think this is actually a mix of items that they did already have available and also some new ones that they actually made specifically for this. I might be wrong about that, but that's what I had heard. There's a little 5-pan eyeshadow palette in here, all really beautiful pops of color. Also, if you notice the black marks on me, that's my eyeliner. I don't want to talk about it. There are 2 Super Shock eyeshadows that are also very beautiful, 2 cream gel eyeliners, and 4 lippy sticks, all in black packaging. That's basically the whole thing about this, is everything's going to be in new black packaging. I think that this little collection they did is actually really gorgeous. I'm not gonna lie. I think that they actually did a really beautiful job. Now, the thing about this, again, people are wondering if it's purely performative. We're just gonna have to wait and see. That's really where I'm at this. At least they've done something. At least it's not another hourglass situation. You know what I mean? We talked about that in the last one of these videos that I did. So, I'm not really ready to follow Colourpop again. I unfollowed them and both their sister brands months and months ago because I just wasn't enjoying all the spam, you know, the weekly, like 2 collections a week nonsense, and then just a lot of their business practices were sticking out to me as shady. I wasn't digging it. I'm not really ready to follow Colourpop again, but I am glad to see them kind of actually taking initiative in a way, and they did it. For Colourpop to have been in the controversy they've been in for the last couple of years, actually, and outdo pretty much everyone else who chipped in for this challenge, it's embarrassing, but whatever. Colourpop won this one, but that doesn't mean that they're not gonna go back to doing what they were doing before, which is why we're keeping an eye on them. Now, everybody else who's included in this, we have Maybelline, which is a brand I don't really buy from anyway because they're not cruelty-free, but if you love Maybelline's liquid lipsticks, there's a black liquid lipstick. There's also a liquid lipstick from Dragon Beauty that is black. That is so interesting to me that 2 different brands chipped in black liquid lipsticks for this. How many people are gonna buy a black liquid lipstick? First of all. Second of all, it's like when 2 kids like forgot to do their project for school until the night before, and one of them did it the night before and rushed it, and then the next morning the other one came in and was like, oh no, I forgot, can I copy yours? And the first one was like, yeah, just change it a little bit so that it doesn't look like you copied. That's what this is giving me. So yeah, we have Dragon Beauty and Morphe put in their setting spray. Dragon Beauty and Morphe are not brands that I typically give a shit about, but they're here and they're getting their clout, so I'm sure they're very happy about that. Oma gave us their eyeliner, their black liquid liner. Pure Cosmetics chipped in their mascara. Briogeo added in their avocado and kiwi mega moisture superfood hair mask. Cool. Also from Flower Beauty, we have a blush balm in a shade that actually can work on deeper skin tones, which we're gonna get to something relating to that in a minute. I can personally say that the blush balm formula from Flower Beauty is fucking beautiful. Highly recommend. I was very happy to see Flower Beauty in here contributing. And last but not least, NYX Cosmetics. I have a soft spot for NYX. NYX is basically the brand that got me into makeup when I first started doing makeup however many years ago. And this is what they did. Those first 2 rows are just varying shades of coffee creamer. The half of that palette is too ashy for deeper skin tones to even try to make work. And that was what you decided to put in this for this initiative. What kills me about this is, why did you have to pick an why, if that's your best-selling eyeshadow palette, why did you have to pick that? You know what I mean? You could have picked one of your highlighter palettes that has like a variety of shades in it. Not the most practical thing in the world, but it would have been better than that. NYX has been getting dragged for this, and yeah, and they haven't responded very well to the dragging. So that's been kind of painful to watch. I'm disappointed. I really am. Colourpop did better than NYX for this. Stunning. Okay, anyway, so if you want to shop any of that collection, I'll leave all the important links down below for you to find the items, or if you want to make a donation directly, the Make It Black site will be linked down below as well. That's what's going on with that. It doesn't mean that Colourpop is like off the hook. They are saying that it doesn't end here for them and they're going to continue to do better. We're going to keep an eye on them and see if that's actually the case. That's where I'm at with them. Okay, so that was just the first thing. I wanted to touch on that because it felt important. Next thing, this is really interesting. There's a new brand at Sephora. It just launched this month. It is the first Black-owned clean beauty brand to ever launch at Sephora, which I found very interesting. There's a foundation line, the Triple Fix Serum Foundation, which retails for $22. Buildable, light to medium coverage, natural finish in 35 shades. Everything about the description of that speaks to me, so I'm keeping an eye on that for sure. There's also 5 shades of matte bronzers for $18 each. Higher Standard Satin Matte Cream Blushes, which are $16 each in 6 shades. There's a Gripping Serum Primer, which is also very interesting to me. Triple Fix Setting Powder in 4 shades. There's a Glossy Lip Treatment Oil. That sounds lovely. And a brush set. This is very interesting to me. It looks like a beautiful line, actually. I'm really digging their whole vibe, personally. I'm into it. There are a few reviews of this collection out now, which I'll link some of them down below as well. Definitely check them out if you're interested in hearing some people's thoughts on the brand. I think they've had a really successful initial launch, and I'm excited to see what else comes from them. I dig it. I think I'm gonna have to check them out sometime in the future. Oh yes. Oh yes. Urban Decay. Urban Decay is back. In a way. The Naked Wild West palette. Something about the theming of this, they really just need to let the naked thing die. Because this name doesn't even make sense. Like, being naked in the Wild West sounds like an awful idea. Would you wanna? That doesn't appeal to me. Also, the color story inside isn't very reflective of the beautiful packaging on the outside. The packaging is gorgeous. And then you open it up and it's just kind of like same shit, different font from Urban Decay, you know? There's like 2 pops of green in there. I guess they're actually kind of teal-y greens, based on most accounts of how this color story looks in real life. It's not, I'm not mad at it. I'm not. My dog is outside. I'm not mad at it. I'm not wowed by it either, is the thing. I don't want it to become a thing where every time we do one of these videos I have to shit on Urban Decay. But yeah, it's just the same kind of thing that they do. I kind of wish the inside wowed me as much as the packaging on the outside did. And that's really all I have to say about that. I don't think it's like ugly. I really don't. I actually think it's kind of a pretty palette, but it's like they just need a revamp in a bad way. They need help. Someone help Urban Decay. Next thing. This one actually makes me feel quite silly. The new mascara from Nabla. The marketing for this has been so extra. Like the most extra thing I've ever seen. And the packaging. Are you fucking kidding me? I want it. I do. I want it so bad. I'm an idiot. Okay, anyway, next thing. Here's something that confused me. That's a great way to start. Melt has done a line of mini products. Now, the lipsticks actually are so so fucking cute. There's basically 5 mini red lipsticks and 5 mini nude lipsticks. But the thing that makes me confused is the mini eyeshadow stacks. Because they're not mini. They're just taller. They're taller than they are. How is this? They literally call them petite eyeshadow stacks. It's actually just one stack. Neutral Browns Petite Eyeshadow Stack. I'm so confused by that. Okay, so the entire idea behind this is that they're like pocket size. So what confuses me about this, it's a petite eyeshadow stack. It's tall. It's tall though. There's more shades in this than a traditional shadow stack. And they like stack onto each other. So there's one lid for the whole thing. So what if you just want to actually make it travel size, what if you just want to take like one of the shadows and you put the lid on that one, but then the rest of the stack is just left sitting without a lid? I feel like this is a cute idea that could have been executed better. I don't get it. I don't get it, man. I don't understand. Lipsticks look hella cute though. I'm loving the idea of the mini lipsticks. Like, if you've been curious to try the Melt lipstick formula, which I've heard kind of mixed things about over the years, but maybe this is a new formula. I don't even know. I always recommend when it comes to like high-end or higher price kind of brands that if they have a mini available in anything, try that before you buy a full size. So for the lipsticks, that makes sense to me. I don't get the petite eyeshadows. I don't get that. On that note, something I meant to talk about in the last episode of the series that I did, and I forgot because I'm stupid, and I didn't write a list for last time. I thought, oh, I'll just go at random, although not totally random, because there are some brands I'm simply never going to talk about on here, so that idea was a bust anyway. Usually I have a list. Today I have a list of products I actually want to talk about. This is one I meant to talk about last time, and then I forgot, which is my bad. Beauty Bakery is actually coming to Target now, and but it's not their like full regular line, I guess. It's like a line of mini products. So I wanted to mention that while we were talking about the Melt minis that just kind of seemed like a smart thing to do. Dude, what did I say in the last one of these about Sam's brand? What did I tell you? What did I tell you about Samantha Ravndal's brand? That it was gonna be bomb. And look at that. It's bomb. I managed to get that video up literally the day before she actually announced what was coming out and we got to see the product, so that timing was just immaculate. I'm very interested in this. The shadows, the little shadow pot things don't really speak to me because cream shadow is just not my thing. But what is it called? Glow Lust? Glow Lust, yes. So it's basically like a liquid luminizer kind of thing, like a liquid highlighter, but you can use it to prime the skin for makeup, like as an illuminating base. You can mix it into your foundation or your skincare. Apparently you could just mix it into your skincare if you want to go makeup free for a day, but you still want to amp up your natural glow. You could do that. I'll leave Sam's reveal video down below. She's going to explain everything better than I ever could, and she's going to show you pictures of everybody wearing everything for reference. So there's that. God damn it. I'm dehydrated. So yeah, this very deeply interests me. Hi, sorry, I'm back. This interests me. The thing about this, okay, definitely when I'm in the market for another liquid illuminator like this, I will be picking 1 or 2 of these shades up to play with. By all accounts, the formula is just divine, as Sam would say. So I'm very excited to try. It's just that I have product on hand that I want to work through first so as not to be wasteful. And I know that this is going to like be there and then last me for a long time afterwards when I do eventually get it. Right now I have the Charlotte Tilbury Hollywood Flawless Filter. I know that Recently, Charlotte's cruelty-free status seriously came into question. As of right now, I'm doing my best actually not to feature her products in my content. I only have 2 of her products, and I'm basically gonna quietly work through them and try not to promote them anymore until I know for sure what's up. When I do eventually kind of run through my flawless filter, the Glow Lust will most definitely be the product I pick up to replace it and play with instead. Another influencer-owned brand that I'm very interested to try. We didn't get to talk about the launch of this because I didn't do an episode of this series around the time that this happened, but Jamie Genevieve, was it during 2020? It was in 2020. Time doesn't matter anymore. Jamie Genevieve started her brand, obviously. Her brand dropped. Really beautiful first launch. I'm very excited to try her stuff. And she recently launched blushes, and they look super, super beautiful. I will also include a video from Jamie down below where she's actually using these blushes on her own face. Yeah, so these are basically like a powder blush that have a cream finish on the skin. And if that doesn't just speak to me on a deep level, it's the pink shade for me. Of all the shade, obviously it's the pink that draws me in the most, but they're all really beautiful. Oh my god. Speaking of blushes, from another influencer brand, actually, Michelle Phan's brand, M Cosmetics. Remember, I think it was the first episode of the series where I talked about how they came out with a lip cushion in the shade Venetian Rose, and it was the most perfect, beautiful lip product I think I've ever seen and just coveted ever since. They just did the same thing to me with their baked blush formula. It's a personal attack. It feels like a personal attack at this point. Not cool. Literally every one of their products in the Venetian Rose shade makes me go like, I want it. I need it. I gots to have it. Obviously not right now, but eventually it's happening. Midas has come out, Midas has been coming out with non-stop good shit, okay? So let's talk about that. Midas and Drench are partnering to bring us the Genesis palette. This is very, very interesting to me. We don't know at the time that I'm filming this what the inside of the palette looks like. We just know what the packaging looks like. If at any point while I'm editing this, they reveal what the actual colors inside are, I will insert pictures so that you guys know. Let me read you the caption from Midas Cosmetics' post about this. This is just cool to see 2 indie brands collaborating on something. How often do you see 2 brands collaborating and like actually making something together though? Like obviously at the beginning of the video we talked about the Make It Black challenge where it's like a collection of repackaged bestsellers from various brands, but they actually collaborated on this palette. I just think it's super cool. The Genesis palette will be launching in late February in honor of Black History Month. Genesis will look great on anyone, but was specifically created for any person of color who has felt less than because of their skin tone. It can be hard to see that we are the blueprint. We have always been the blueprint for society and culture. However, somehow we're always forgotten. This is to show that we are resilient and know our worth. I want this palette to make people feel empowered and most importantly seen and appreciated. It is seldom in the beauty community for brands to create products with everyone in mind. Yeah. Often people of color are left out of the equation. We started this movement with the Dusk to Dawn, the collection with NeonMUA. We'll continue to make products for everyone, but the difference is that we will do so with melanin on the forefront. By that I mean if it doesn't work on melanin, it doesn't work for Midas. I'm super excited for this release. If you know any creators of color that you would like to see try the palette, please email affiliate@midascosmetics.com. We will be choosing some people from there to send palettes to. And that was a message from Rocio, who is the owner of Midas Cosmetics, the founder. Oh my god, this is so exciting and beautiful. So there's the first thing that I wanted to talk about. Obviously, I don't have a color story to comment on it this time, but I just thought that was really beautiful and wanted to talk about it. Came out with lip products. I think these are the first lip products from them. I don't think lip glosses. They've had lip glosses, but now they have given us 2 shades of lip liner and 2 lipsticks. They both look super, super cute. There is a Bitchin' cake liner palette. Cake liners aren't really my thing. I don't generally do If I'm gonna do eyeliner, I'm just gonna kind of do a smudgy pencil liner kind of thing. I don't really do like wings or any kind of, I'd want to do more graphic liner, but usually I'll just use eyeshadow to do that. So this might not be for me, but if you are into cake liner and these colors speak to you, there's that. I really just love the name. Bitchin' cake liner, hell yeah. I think that's everything from Midas. They've just been heavy hitters for the month of February, man. Let's talk about Odin's Eye, and this is the last collection I think I have to talk about, actually. Right? Yes. Odin's Eye is a brand that's been on my radar it recently came onto my radar, and I've been keeping an eye on them because I think that their stuff's cute, but for the most part, not a lot of their color stories really spoke to me. So I've just kind of been keeping an eye on them to see if they eventually come out with something that makes me go like, yes, and now they've done it. So first, they actually have two collections that recently came out. They gave us a line of lipsticks. There are, how many shades? 6 shades of lipsticks, it looks like. They all look really pretty. It looks like it's 3, hang on. Yeah, like 3 matte shades and 3 cream finish shades. So that's very cool. Very good variety there for a first lipstick launch from an indie brand. I'm digging it. But also, okay, and this is the thing. This is the important thing. The Norns collection from Odin's Eye. Okay, so there's a main eyeshadow palette, and the color story just makes me go like I'm very, very intrigued by that. I dig that a lot. There's also 3 of their mini palettes. They basically do these mini like 5-pan palettes, and it'll be like 4 smaller pans, and in the center there's a bigger pan that's like a split of 2 shadows. So it's just very interesting. And they have some that are like all shimmer, so they can be like companion palettes to your collection that you already have, and some of them are a mix of mattes and shimmers, so you could ideally do a couple of complete looks with them. So they came out with 3 of those. There's also 3 single highlighters, which I was very excited about because I've heard good things about the Odin's Eye highlighter formula, but they have these 2 like 4-pan highlighter palettes, and I just cannot with highlighter palettes anymore. I just can't. They're not practical for like storing in a normal person's makeup collection. So it was very cool to see them come out with singles this time around, and just the theming and the packaging looks amazing. I've heard really good things about their formulas all around. This is interesting. This is very interesting to me. I'm interested. If I say interesting one more fucking time. And that's it, really. That's all the like collections I wanted to talk about, but just 2 more pieces of makeup news. Mented like sneakily started being carried at Ulta. I don't know when exactly this happened, but it's awesome. I know that initially Mented obviously has their own site, but they were also being carried at Target. So check your local Target, and now you can check your local Ulta because Mented is being carried at Ulta, which I think is very, very cool, and it makes sense. Actually, just this morning, on the day that I'm filming this, NAMI-NYC announced that her line is going to be, not she, but her makeup line. NAMI-NYC's beauty is going to start being carried at Sephora, I think on February 26th, which is very exciting, and I think a long time coming. Not because it's been in a conversation for a long time, I think, generally, but more because, like, why wasn't she there before now? Because she's iconic. Her and her whole line are iconic. You hear nothing but good things about NAMI-NYC and her products. She's an incredible artist, so this is super, super exciting, and again, it just makes sense. I think that is that, you guys. I think that's everything we're going to talk about today. Let me know in the comments down below what you think about recent releases that are coming out. I'm genuinely interested. Also, tell me how your day is going today. I'm also interested in that. Okay, I hope that you guys are doing great. I hope that you and your loved ones are staying safe and healthy. And thank you for taking some time out of your day to watch this video. If you enjoyed, I hope that you enjoyed, maybe give this video a thumbs up, a little like, maybe subscribe if you're not already. All the important links will be down in the description box, as always. And yeah, you guys have an awesome rest of your day, and I'll see you back here for the next one real soon. Bye.